Thanks for staying with us. Now, food prices have soared in recent times with the cost of staple foods such as gari, rice, bread, essential commodities like pure water, bottled water, gas, power, and many others on an increase. As buyers are complaining, traders are complaining as well, not leaving out manufacturers, stating rising production costs to justify increment. People like Milula. Some Nigerians have said it had become difficult for them to eat 3 times daily, as they now use the same amount of money to buy a quarter of what they used to buy in full. As such, they are resorting to rationing their food and can't be caught making a demand on what they really love to eat. Now, how is the price hike affecting you and your home? Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So where do I start from? So my mom is the one that shops for me. So
from the north, you need to add that.
Yes, and she lives in Kaduna State, so she shops from the north. So I haven't gone to I don't know the year that I entered markets to say I want to go and buy food stuff. I've just been blessed. But this time around, when she brought beans for me, she said, "Uwa, that beans, they cook and small. Because, the cost of beans, I hear, is really, really high.
Very high.
I think they said maybe a bag is almost 100,000 naira or so. Something that used to be about maybe 13,000 or something. I can't even... So the price is like... So if you're out there and you know the prices, please let me know, because that's why I'm giving this disclaimer. I've not shopped, I don't know the cost, but the few people that I know that buy things... Why, Mori? Close your mouth, it's okay.
There's no way beans is 100K.
So that's what I heard. So I don't know the real price because I did not go to the market. But I'm saying to you that the cost of feeding, right? The cost of feeding has really gone high. And you know what is really killing me right now is even the cost of power, electricity, right? So the power that you would, we talked about it now. Something that I would have used for like a month. Now I'm using it in a week.
That's what happened to me.
And again, it's not like our earning power has increased. Instead, people are actually rationing. So I would really think very hard and select what is essential for me to buy. I can't just wake up and say, I'm going shopping the way I would shop before.
No impulsive shopping.
No impulsive shopping anymore. So how is it affecting you? So who do I start with?
Not me. Not me, because I'm still in shock of the beans being 100K. Like, I actually need to confirm the news. Like, I've been hearing.
I don't know if that's the actual price, but things have gone.
Even if it's 50K, it's still ridiculous.
It's
a
ridiculous.
pint of beans that you would normally buy at 1.8, 2,000 at the most.
The 4-liter one
is now costing as much as
4,500.
You can imagine. So
it's really gone
when you
double,
have, for those who would normally have a full monthly shopping that just buy what they can, you go to the market now and you look at what you came back with. It's not even going to last you up to 2 weeks in the month. It's really bad.
It's bad.
The basket of tomatoes, you don't want to go there.
So I see the prices.
When you see a basket of tomato going for as much as 20, 30,000 naira, and that's just tomatoes, 45,000, depending on the size of the basket. And that is just one item out of the number of, you've not talked about fish or meat or chicken. You don't even want to go there. Chicken. It's very, very bad. I mean, the situation is critical. It's very so you are complaining as probably a middle income earner. What about those that have found themselves beneath the poverty line?
Yes, that living under $1 a day.
A bag of sachet water that used to be
60
naira. It's now 200. In fact, part of the story that I read had a taxi or driver who was saying that normally because of for medical reasons, health reasons, they had to resort to buying bags of sachet water. But now, at the cost of 200 naira for just one bag, that they had to go back to using well water.
Oh, God have mercy.
It's sad. The people that are, we all are affected without a doubt, but somehow we find a way to buffer it. The people that I'm worried most about are people that their income every month is roughly about 50,000 naira, and they have a family. You know, they have
And
kids.
you've not added transportation.
You know, how do they survive? How do they cope? People that even earn as low as 25,000 naira a month. How do people, for me, why I raised that topic in the group was, nobody's saying anything about it. We're just acclimatizing and adjusting and adapting to this really nasty situation. I understand that, because sometimes you wonder, locally produced commodities, why are they getting so expensive? Why is everybody binging it and holding it down to the dollar exchange rate? Some of these things we produce locally, how do we explain that? But then the dynamics is, whatever you are buying, you're still going to be affected by other things that dollar affects. So you cannot sell it at a price when you know that that fund that you're going to get back does not cover other expenses. So it's a lot, really. It's a very disturbing situation that we have ourselves in this
To be honest, I don't know where the problem is starting from, but I feel like Minola said people are not talking about it. But I feel like the real people that is sort of affecting don't have the facility to talk about it. You know, they don't have the voice. If it was like middle class now, we have
social media.
We will start a trend.
We're affected too.
Yeah, but like people are dying literally. You will still be able to afford it, like a meal or at least 3 square meal. Some people are literally starving to death now, and they don't have the access. They don't even have the means to a phone. Talk less about being on the internet, and it's just crazy to think about it. I mean, I don't even know where the problem is coming from, because, like you said, why are the food that we grow locally also expensive?
Okay, so let me tell you why. And I mean, this is what also the president was talking about. I thought it was EC that took that story. I remember when the president was saying that the reason food prices are going high is that the middlemen.
Yes.
You remember that story when
Yes,
she took it? That he was talking about. He was complaining about the middlemen, and I said, no, Mr. President, that's completely wrong, because what is causing the prices to go high for things that we grow locally is that insecurity has affected a lot of things when it comes to farmers. Now, some farmers cannot go to their farms. Don't forget that some of these products come from
the north.
So a lot of farmers have been chased out of their farms. My husband is a farmer, right? He has friends that are farmers in the north. One of his friend, she's a rice farmer, and she was telling us how she would disguise to go into her farm. That even lately, she's not even been going to the farm because you get there, they kidnap you. So it's almost like you have to sell the farm to be able to pay the ransom. So it is wrong for you or I would say it's totally not correct for you as a president to come with that idea that it is middlemen that is causing this price hike. No, it is the fact that people are unable to produce more locally, because a lot of people are abandoning those farmlands to say, you know what, please,
life matters.
Life matters. Let me move somewhere else. So that's one big reason we're having food challenges, shortages in Nigeria, right? And if that is not tackled, it can only get worse. I mean, we know that most of the commodities that we eat, it's not like we truly depend on export when it comes to food. We truly don't, right?
We grow most of them here.
We can actually grow almost everything that we consume in this country, right? So why are we not, and it's not like we have arable lands, so why are we not harnessing that? Insecurity. So until that is tackled, food will continue to go up, because for the few people that are able to grow their products, it becomes scarce. So the prices will also, shoot up. So it's a big problem, and I'm just wondering how we're going to move from here. So the reason I was even talking about, because I saw the article of the vice president saying that they should devalue the naira. I remember taking a story yesterday on Femi Adesina saying that if we try to remove the bottlenecks, right, the bottlenecks of other sectors, maybe, and stop being dependent and diversify the economy, stop being dependent on oil, it will go a long way for boosting the economy. Yes. So bottlenecks is one big bottleneck when it comes to food security is, what's it called? Insecurity.
Yeah.
So how do we solve that bottleneck? What do we need to do, put in place as a country to ensure that farmers can go to their farms, grow their products, right? That's a big issue. And we're not looking at those issues. We're just talking. Everybody understands the solution. I mean, the problem. But where are the solution? So when the first president was talking about devaluing the naira, I'm saying that, okay, even if, how do we earn dollars? We earn dollars from exports. right? How much or how many commodities can we comfortably say we are exporting out of this country? The only major commodity that we export out of this country is crude.
Still crude.
Right? So until we stop being dependent on those would I call them monopolies or whatever, then we might just be finding a solution to some of these things. Power will continue to go up because we do not refine our, so if you want to buy gas now, are you the one refining the fuel? So I'm seeing the good, the big, beautiful refinery that Dangote has built, that's the biggest in Africa right now. We're hoping that maybe when it starts to function, maybe some level of succor will come, and maybe the prices, I don't know. But the cost of setting up that power plant.
That's an individual's business. It's not even a company.
But they've done that to governments now. So I'm just saying that those are some things that I can think of. Maybe that will bring a solution. Because if not, the prices will continue to go up. Now, for power people, they are trying to generate revenue. So all they are thinking now is creative ways. All the people that had old meters, they are coming say, you know what, we're not using this old meter anymore.
You have to buy a new one.
You have to buy a new meter. Because why? These new meters are programmed to run like
to charge higher tariff.
It's not hard to put it. Like flash, flash in DC. The one that you close your eyes, it has piam is there. So those new meters are programmed to run very fast. Right? So I don't know. Where do we go from here?
We jackpot.
We can't jack.
No. You go inside, I can follow you.
No country can handle you.
What do you mean? I would come down to their level. Everybody can adjust. If I can adjust in Nigeria, I would adapt.
You'll adapt anywhere.
Trust me, this country, we need to jackpot.
Oh no,
it's really disturbing.
I feel like what Nigeria needs is a revolution, but I don't know if we're ready for that conversation yet.
The sad thing is, we're not even close to the tipping point yet. The level of rot that this system is going to experience. We're just getting started. Please, let's brace for impact.
Unfortunately, I think that we have people who know what needs to be done.
We all know what needs to be done.
But the question is, are they
Please
willing?
tell us what needs to be done.
Are they ready?
No, that's not an
Are they ready to do? I mean,
we have to start.
Who's going to lead the revolution?
That's the
Who's
thing.
going to follow you through?
That's the
people only
thing
talk,
about
they don't
revolution
act.
is that it won't even affect the people it's supposed to affect. It's the people from the grassroots.
Exactly.
But that's what needs to be done for this. Nigeria is too backwards.
Well,
Nigeria is can you say destroyed on air?
The level at which
like Ghana, you don't have to get visa for Dubai. Ghana, I'm sorry, but Ghana.
I think
Ghana was at a place once where I remember early 90s when they were saying Ghana must go and we had to move them out, the refugees and all of that.
I think that was the best thing.
But they sat down. They didn't need a revolution in that regard.
Did they not blow all of them up?
Yes.
Some people know.
Selective.
But it was
assassination.
The revolution was
there was a transition somehow, and I think the people in power too were willing to do what it took to be able to get the country to the point where there was a transition from one point to the other.
They were all gathered in a room.
Are we taking the phone?
And they were set up.
You know what? Let's take a break.
They were not really know.
Mariam, are you trying to start off something?
Mori, you want them to come and carry you.
I'm just saying,
Can you let me sign off?
Okay, sign off.
We'll come back from the break. We'll open the phone line. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. Now, if you just tuned in, it's our ladies' night out, and we are asking you, how are you coping with the rising cost of living in Nigeria? Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So our phone line is now open. Please call us on 07025007749. When you call, please ensure you turn off the volume of your television set so we can hear each other. Thank you in advance. All right, so I don't know, where do we move from here? Because I think solutions will be solely tied to government. Really, at this point, there's really nothing we can do, but we can also find coping mechanisms, right?
Absolutely.
So can we start to probably give proper solutions in terms of, okay, so maybe instead of doing just doing what's it called, beans and plantain. Maybe you can do beans and gari. Make sure the gari swells small. No, to feel the tummy. I'm just saying.
We're still talking poverty.
No, it's
Do you know what gari is?
In me, you want me gari?
Even,
I have gari.
Even gari
have
is
gari.
becoming
Expensive.
One sachet of pure
One-
water is
A bag
20
of
naira.
gari is 25,000 naira.
So no matter how much
Do you know
I
how much I
ration
was
it
before?
affects-
7,000
Wait, we
naira.
can't hear each other. Let us talk one after the other. You say what thing?
one sachet of pure water is 20 naira. So no matter how much you are rationalizing your meal, you're still spending a lot of money.
Absolutely.
The thing is
Gari.
that we
There
need,
is.
I guess we will have to start thinking of other ways to make money, because if you're an income earner, for example, it's no longer enough to sustain an entire family.
Okay, I like that. Charles from Port Harcourt. Hi, Charles. Thank you for calling.
Good evening, Uwa.
Hello, Charles. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, you're talking about standard of living and how people are coping. My dear, it's really very tough for Nigerians at the moment, because if you look at the cost of things in the market, it's really very crazy. And when you look at you look at the increment in the prices, a bag of rice now is about 35 to 40,000, depending on the type you want. Then you look at the bag of beans, that's about close to 100K here in Port Harcourt. And every other items. You begin to wonder, people that earns like 35 to 40K in a month, how do they cope?
Exactly.
Most people now, what they talk about is feeding. And unfortunately now, the people you have in the hands of authority are not even showing any concern. The president said he's going to lift 100 million people out of poverty, which means like approximately 1 million every year. As a matter of fact, this administration has driven more people into poverty more than they are bringing out. Ordinarily, we're supposed to be looking up to them as in leadership, because ordinary leadership was supposed to instill confidence. Leadership was supposed to give hope. But unfortunately, these folks, their body language doesn't give hope at all. And Nigeria is a country where you don't predict what happens in the next 24 hours. As we are at the moment, we don't know what will happen. 2023 is still very far for these people to live. And we don't know how we're going to cope. I can assure you that more things will continue to increase in the market as regards to price. My dear, it's really very unfortunate. That's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Charles, are you there?
The man has finished.
Charles, we're coming down.
It's
Well,
very disturbing.
there were people, sorry, Milola, I'm really sorry about that. But there are people who even used to engage in charitable work, going around, putting things together to give people, just to help out. Now, I imagine that you had funds of 100,000 to buy gari, buy beans, buy you only a bag of beans. You cannot even. So it's affecting across board. Even people that would have normally helped don't even have the capacity to anymore, because the value of what they would have normally gotten with what they have, the investment that they are able to put in, is next to nothing.
I saw it somewhere on Instagram where they were talking about spaghetti, that the pack of spaghetti has been split into half.
A lot of things.
There is no longer
the price.
size.
The price
milk.
increase. The milk has been reduced in pack. The price will increase.
Milo,
to
in fact,
40.
some of
What
those,
they do now
even
is they put
tea.
air and they put, so you don't even know what is packed
I
inside.
said they reduced the pack
The
itself.
quantity. Wow.
They reduce the quantity, they increase the price. How do you justify that? It's either you increase the price and you leave the same
Well,
quantity.
manufacturers are complaining because the cost of manufacturing is
production
high. The cost
is
of
also
production
very
is
high.
high. Do you understand?
I
Don't
thought
forget.
you said I was the only one doing price hike.
So is there even a solution? Is there
Yes,
a way
so that's what I'm
forward?
saying. That's what I'm
I do
asking.
not see
Okay,
a
in the
solution
interim,
real sense of it.
before these people can get their acts together and find a solution for us in the interim.
It's a survival.
Can we?
It's a survival.
Yes.
It's the survival of the fittest and the elimination of the unfit.
Even if you wanted
Trust
to,
me, whether you like it or not, people would always be affected by a bad economy. We all will share, but different people share it at different proportion. I think that is really just what it is. There's not much we can do sitting on this show. Whatever you said, we should be doing gari and beans instead of gari and plantain. How does that even fix it? How does that even fix anything?
No, I'm saying because you have to work.
The best thing you can do is what Inoma said: increase your source of income.
Sources
Yeah,
of
but do
income.
we have the
That's
facilities for that in this
That's
country?
it.
You know what? Let
have
me
to
take
reinvent
let me take
yourself in
Suleiman
order to
from
be able
Bauchi, I believe.
generate
Thank you for
more
calling.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Suleiman. Salamu alaikum.
Yeah. Yes, I want to contribute to what you are discussing.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
About the issue of the rise in price of commodity and foodstuff. You see, the issue is this: with the issue of COVID-19 and insecurity. You know, last year people didn't really go to farm, and the whole world is facing this economic crisis. You can see what is happening in Europe, and the issue of gas price in London. So what Nigeria should do is all of us should join hands and contribute to help ourselves.
How, sir?
And may God help us.
How? Okay, how? Is the how that we're asking for, Suleiman.
You know what he said reminded me about a film. I met with a filmmaker, and he said he just did a story during the pandemic, when the lockdown, and he visited several farms, right? And farms had gone
Desolate.
were dead. Chickens and pig farms, they died out of hunger. There was no what do they call it? Feed for the farm animals to eat, and some of those farmers lost their farms due to that. So there was even the source of income was already shut down. And this is, I mean, it's just so unfortunate that where we are in governance is not thinking about the safety of lives of the people that they say that they're governing. Because, I mean, government can come up with policies that can help. I mean, there's governments all over the world that are doing palliatives and all that.
That mentioned that.
Just hold that thought. Okay. Peter, are you there? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Hi.
My contribution to this discussion is very simple. We are not ready as a country to change and to take the destiny of this country in our hands. In 1955, a black woman, Rosa Parks, refused to stand up from her seat in the bus. And that was what led to a mini revolution that Martin Luther King and a lot of civil rights people hinged on, and it was changed. There's a perceived and visible middle class that we have because we can dress where we do in the middle class. There's no middle class in this country.
Absolutely.
Nigeria is a country that is like a man having garri at home and going outside to buy back. How can you export crude and bring back refined product in a very high price? It is simple for me. The very day all of us collectively decide that we must change this country, Nigeria will change. So let all of us continue to suffer this high price of commodities. It will get to a point. SARS riot of 1989 came. June 12th of 1993 came. NSAS came last year. We will get to one place, then we will not say enough is enough. They will not rewrite the history and the way we want this country to be. 39 years from now, Nigeria will be 100 years. I pray God keeps us alive. But let's just try to build our children for them to enjoy this country. Our generation, we've lost it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. That's the solution right there. That's it. We need to rewrite it. A revolution.
The challenge is, it's okay to identify that as a plausible cause or a solution. The thing is, how many people share that thought, and how many people will be willing to pay the price?
So
It's only a matter of time.
People are not willing to
It's
make change happen. They clamor for change, they talk about change, but they are not willing to pay the
I feel like they
price.
can still manage. When it gets to a point where nothing
It would
again,
naturally-
and you know that you have nothing to lose anymore. Like you're at home and it feels like you are on a journey. You have nothing for yourself in your own home. Then people will naturally start to come and start fighting for
then
what
we're
is
not there
theirs.
yet. That's why I said we're
Exactly.
not
That's
even
why I
on
said
the
it's
brink
only a
of
matter of time.
we're not on the
Until
brink
then-
of
Until then,
that
things
yet.
will just keep getting bad.
Disturbing. There was a time we had took a story that the president was going to be sharing 20,000 each to her Nigerians every 2 months. Please, has anybody gotten that?
You know the crazy thing is they might have signed on
I
this
could use
budget.
that.
This money might have been outside, but somebody
But
somewhere is
again,
sitting on it.
Same
Let
thing
me
with
take Sonny. Hold on, Noma.
I would be happy to take my own share.
Please, I need that 20K. Uncle Bubu. Sonny, are you there? Thank you for calling. Is he there? Or your state?
Hello?
Hi, Sonny, you're live. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah,
Good evening.
good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, to the four great women, I enjoy your discussions. I think I'll continue to always tune in
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
I can enjoy it more.
Thank you.
We have many problems. Today, the Vice President said that suggesting that we need to further devalue the Naira. Not minding that where we are already is a breaking point. Some people will have been earning 1 million naira in the last 5 years. That 1 million 5 years ago is worth less than 400,000 today.
Sure.
Nobody is increasing prices. Companies are squeezing even all the allowance that people don't earn extra money. They know what to do. But the focus of, I'm not too sure, but I have to say, stealing our money is their attention, not repairing the system. When we catch an innocent man stealing a goat or a plantain, just a head of plantain, police will be very active in dealing with that issue. The government, if we have any, understands what to do, but who will bear the cost? And for the fact that we citizens are docile, that we don't take action, we are afraid. They continue to divide us in the line of religion, ethnicity, and otherwise to make sure that we are constantly divided, so that they will have all the leeway to do whatever they want to do. I enjoy what the last speaker said. The day we wake up, we will take appropriate action. We are getting to a breaking point. Thank you. I enjoy your discussion. God bless all.
Thank you so much, Sonny. The day we wake up, so when is this waking up? I don't get. Because you see, so I was going to say that the part of why I really am not so much of a fan of this coming together, a luta continua, me, I've seen it firsthand. Where in the university, we say they do the vote. No more. See, as long as one person is still comfortable, and you can never get, I don't think we will ever get to the same point
at the same time.
Everybody will say we are
I'm tired.
Do you understand? And
somehow, some people still profit
from all of
tragedy.
This that's happening. So
They still
if we can't
profit
all
from
get to that
tragedy.
point where we say we are tired,
We can't
and
have a
we want
revolution.
we want a different Nigeria. We want to live better and all of that. We can never get I mean, you were talking about palliative. My sister, during 2020 COVID, she works with the French government, you know, in France. She was even shocked that they sent her money. That they noticed that, you know, because for the past whatever month, they've not been working due to the COVID-19 one thing. So this one piece, almost 1,000 euros. You understand that they sent to
That's
her.
a government that
And she
cares,
said,
isn't
hey,
it?
do you understand? And it's
That's
not
a
only
government-
the
They don't even have to
US.
care. They work. A
That,
government
that,
that works.
no, that's a
Because-
government that is working and caring for
Because
its
guess what?
citizens.
These citizens are paying taxes. They are, you understand? So where is all of this? Where are they coming from?
Exactly.
And that's why you see Nigerians. It's very difficult for you to counsel them to pay taxes.
Who are?
Because I am
Because it's not
building a
working.
business. I am already providing power. I'm
Everything
providing my road.
for your
I mean,
business.
in the farm, we literally did the roads ourselves. We did water. We did everything. We have solar there. And so, what exactly is the government doing for me that would guarantee that? I mean, it's
Even the
difficult.
palliatives that they shared, seemingly,
They shared noodles.
it was hidden for a
They
while.
were using it as birthdays.
It was hidden for a while, and then when it came out, how many
already
people
expired.
could you say benefited genuinely from that experience?
Price hike. I think that it's okay for us to constantly clamor on the government to do the needful. the people selling these commodities take advantage of
The
the situation and jack up the price. A little example is you get tomato, you want to buy tomatoes, now you're trying to share a basket. They will look at the number of people waiting before they determine the price. It's not a function of whether the product arrived mile 12 expensive or not. They take advantage. They also are selling tomatoes. They will look at you and say, okay, they will go and confer with each other. They will come back. You see them going back and forth. That in itself, that is dehumanizing. That is mean. This has nothing to do with government. This is not an excuse for government, but our people also do not. That's why some people will profit from this situation. They will never be comfortable with revolution. They'll continue to hide under the price hike of dollars and take advantage of Nigerians.
Go with the revolution. Like
you can't select them.
You will have to go with the revolution.
You can't select. Oftentimes, it's the weaker people that get trampled.
Milola, you also have to think of the fact that people are also becoming desperate and dwelling or focusing on survival.
Also because of
It's not
uncertainty.
survival that drives that, it's selfishness.
Uncertainty also
Please, let's
drives
identify
it.
the fact that we Nigerians are very, very selfish
People are
to
selfish.
one another.
It's not a Nigerian thing.
Nigerians are predominantly more selfish than... You've been to other countries, you've seen warmth, you've experienced people's
But like
kindness.
not all of them are nice.
No, not all of them, but
Not all of them are
Because
nice.
they're well fed.
No, it's not
When
that.
they're well fed, they'll be
There's a-
nice. When you're hungry, there's no nice
Those ones are even
behavior
still fed and
in
still
any
not
way.
nice. It's different
People are-
strokes
I think
for
how
different
People are
People-
just
Let me
trying to
quickly
get
take
by.
Our final call, I think. Oh, he's from Benin. Thank you so much for calling us. Then we have some comments. Hi. Ohi.
Hello.
Bota. Good evening.
Good evening. You know what you said? All of us cannot be, we cannot all suffer for a revolution to happen.
We cannot
But
all
the French
arrive.
Revolution happened just because of the increment of bread. We love our comfort zone in this country. We don't want to have a collective empathy for everybody. If I can feed my family 3 times, I don't want to care about the other man that cannot even see one square meal. We must change our mindset.
Yeah.
It's only when we change our mindset we can fight the bad governance and downside followers. We must constantly in our little self tell people to do the right thing. To do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's take some comments. Raphael Akori sent a quote. He says, "The wise who refuse to rule should prepare to suffer the rules of idiots." That's from Socrates. Think about it. Let's take some.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have a comment and it reads, as long as we continue to be an importing nation and exporting our raw materials to the detriment of our industry, this country has a long way to go and the future will continue to be bleak.
I have a long one from BC. So BC says, good evening, ladies. It is a timely topic. For my family, we now ration things. We no longer throw food away. I keep all leftovers in the freezer and eat them in bits. It's now clear to me stickers my lecturers used to have back then in school. Okay, stickers my lecturers used to have back then, lecturers. My take-home pay cannot take me home. The insecurity we now have has made it impossible for farmers to work. The staple foods are produced here. If everything is going on well, things wouldn't have been this bad. I believe there's hope, a better Nigeria where citizens will no longer mortgage their children's future by not voting for the right person, accepting few naira notes, bags of rice and salt. We all need to do the right thing. Thanks.
Thank you.
And I agree with BC because for me, I think what would readily have impact is if we take seriously, you see, when if we take seriously the reorientation of the Nigerian. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it starts with the mind. It starts with educating people to know that this is what is right and this is what. So we can. I mean, it's something that can spread like wildfire.
We're not trained to have delayed gratification. gratification. I hope you know. We want instant. You know.
Quick.
So that's
We're
why it's
learning.
easy for me to give you.
We're learning
2,000
very
naira
quickly.
for the
Swing-
instant hunger and swing
swing
your
your-
votes. You know. Well, I think we've run out of time. We've
Yeah.
run out of time, but I think we've had a fantastic conversation. We're hoping that this will be the start of what's it called?
The revolution
No.
of the mind.
I just know we don't have to start now, ladies
Maureen,
and
you
gentlemen.
called for
You just called for the revolution. So we don't. When do you want to start?
Start now.
Yes, what
We have to be strategic
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
So to be strategic, you have to plan.
Okay, I get
Exactly.
you now. I
Planning
get you.
takes some time.
Okay. On that note.
On that note,
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Nama. Thank you, Milola. Now, before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram. It's at Way Show Africa. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, we're planning a giveaway. Say thank you to you for believing in the Ways brand. So do well to follow the conversation. Now is at Way Show Africa. Like, share, invite your families and friends to follow the conversation. Now, if you missed today's quote, here it is again. The way prices are rising. The good old days
So
are
last
week. Very short and simple quote.
Very interesting.
We'll see you
quote.
guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Ciao.